So what if I told you that there was one thing that you could do that would make the world of a difference between being bitter and angry or joyful and at peace? There's one thing you can do. Well, one, you might say it can't be that easy. And I'd probably say you're right. It's not easy. It's simple. It's not very complex, but it's hard to do. You're going to be in a battle with your emotions, with temptations, with things that are enticing, that seem like, well, the grass is greener over there. That's a better choice. But it's never a better choice. The complex thing isn't the right thing. It's a simple thing, but it is hard. It's not easy. Now, you also might say, like, well, how long does this take? And on one hand, I would say, uh, really quick, doesn't take any time at all. A half a second, maybe? But I would also say it takes forever. It takes a lifetime. It's both and. It's not either or. It's going to take you a whole life of doing this all the time throughout your life in order to make it work. So, in the wisdom literature, there's a guy named Elihu in Job who speaks, and he says that through suffering, God can make us wiser than the birds in the sky. It breaks our overconfidence. It shows us we've always been helpless and dependent on God. We just hadn't seen it till now. It brings out the worst in us and shows us personal flaws to which we had been blind, so that we can be more tenderhearted and understanding towards others. It can teach us to love God for himself alone and not just for the things he's given us. Suffering can do all of these things for us, or it can leave us bitter and broken. So, what makes the difference? In Job 35, 9 through 11, it says, "People cry out under a load of oppression. They plead for relief from the arm of the powerful. But no one says, 'Where is God my maker, who gives songs in the night, who teaches us more than he teaches the beasts of the earth and makes us wiser than the birds in the sky?'" So what makes the difference? It's the songs in the night to God our maker. In the dark times, keep singing to God. Sing praise to God himself of the good things you do have, such as salvation, that cannot be taken from you. Sing, and God will be with you, your troubles to bless, and sanctify to you your deepest distress. The act of gratitude, of changing by prayer and supplication in all things give thanks. The act of thanking the Lord for whatever you're going through, including the negative things. To say, thank you for this. I don't know how, I don't know in what way, but I know that, one, you're here grieving this bad thing with me. So I'm not alone in this. You're with me. You haven't left me alone. This is a bad thing to you too. You're not happy about it, and we can weep together. And two, you're not going to leave this bad thing a bad thing. You're going to make it a good thing. It may not be here on this earth. It may be in the next one to come. But you will make it a good thing. Justice will be done. Justice will be served. And so thank you for making me see how much you love me, how much you're with me, how much you're taking care of me, even in this bad thing. And then for sure, absolutely good things, when blessings come our way. Lord, thank you for this. This is not something I earned. This is not something I deserved. Yes, I may have worked hard. Yes, I may have applied myself. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean I'm deserving of it. The numerous amount of blessings that you've given me undeservedly have added up to mean that I received this as a good gift that I don't deserve. This is grace. This is mercy. Your compassion compelled you into action to give me this good thing. Thank you so much for it. So whether we be in a time of suffering or in a time of delight, the single act of gratitude, and at this point, neuroscience and psychology back this up, that the single act of gratitude can be the difference between bitterness and brokenness and health and wholeness. Is it complex? No. Is it hard? Very. Because when life comes swinging and it knocks you down, and it will knock you down, the act of gratitude is very difficult. It's very difficult. It's hard. It's not easy. When you're struggling in a situation and all of a sudden, ooh, that thing over there looks like it might satisfy me. So do I run to Jesus or do I run to that thing? I think I'd rather run to that thing. That sounds a lot nicer. That sounds like it'll immediately satisfy. Jesus is just this ethereal promise of satisfaction. I don't know. This is really hard to do. I kind of have to embrace the suffering in order to get through the suffering. I have to go into the storm in order to get through it. I think I'd just rather run away. Single act of gratitude. To get our eyes off of ourselves and onto the Lord. And basically just, off of ourselves and onto the Lord. And see who He is based upon who He says He is, not who we feel like He is, not who we think He is based upon our situation and circumstances. To remember that He loves us and He's taking care of us and He is with us. And His arms are open wide, ready to embrace you. If we would just simply believe that we are utterly dependent on Him. We need Him. We can't do anything on our own. And He wants us. He's not the guy in the sky, arms folded, shaking his head, going, just really, again, I'm so disappointed in you. He's not disappointed in you. He's not disappointed in you. He's the healer. He's come to heal you. He's come to fix it. And He's given us this tool called gratitude that is not simple or is not complex, but it is simple. It's not easy. It is hard. But if we'll do it day by day, moment by moment, as we catch ourselves, those thoughts, that inner monologue starts running. We realize, oh, I'm being negative to myself. I'm kind of beating myself up. Oh, I'm beating somebody else up. I'm judging them. God, thank you for showing me that I'm judging them. Open my eyes to give me compassion for them. Heal this heart that wants to judge and chastise and condemn. Thank you so much for not doing that to me. Day by day, more by more, you will find that you have more joy and more love, more peace in your life than you ever thought possible. Gratitude. It's a game changer.